Commanding your land, how purpose driven. Real estate creates wealth and community impact. Have you ever looked at a problem in your community and thought someone should fix that, only to realize that someone could be you? I recently had the privilege of interviewing Nicole Williams, founder of Command the Land Ventures. And what I discovered wasn't just impressive, it was transformative. Nicole isn't just another real estate investor. She's a visionary who has pioneered an approach that simultaneously builds wealth and serves our most vulnerable populations, all without using her own capital. Let that sink in for a moment. In a world obsessed with having money to make money, Nicole has created a blueprint that turns that notion completely on its head. Her journey began with something remarkably simple yet profound, converting a single room in her home into shared housing. That one decision, that one room has since blossomed into a movement that's transforming lives, communities, and the very concept of what success in real estate can look like. Command the land. These three words from Deuteronomy 1:8 became Nicole's rallying cry, not just to possess property, but to steward it with intention, to create spaces where veterans who served our country, seniors who built our communities, and adults with mental health challenges could find stability and dignity. To build wealth not as an end in itself, but as a means to greater impact. The beauty of Nicole's model lies in its radical accessibility. You don't need to be wealthy to begin. You don't need perfect credit or family connections. What you need is vision, determination, and the willingness to learn strategies that have already proven successful. When Nicole first proposed converting properties into shared housing for vulnerable populations, she faced the skepticism we all encounter when challenging the status quo. That won't work here, they said. There's no market for that, they insisted. But Nicole understood something fundamental about human needs. Everyone deserves safe, affordable housing, and this universal need represents both a moral calling and a business opportunity. Her first property filled quickly, then the second and the third, each one generating steady cash flow while providing stable homes for people who might otherwise fall through society's cracks. But Nicole didn't stop there. What makes her story truly remarkable is how she's mentored dozens of other Black investors, particularly women, to replicate her success. She's created a ripple effect of empowerment, showing others how to command their own land and build generational wealth while serving their communities. This isn't just about real estate, it's about reclaiming our power to shape the places we live. Consider what happened in Cleveland, where city leaders recognized both the need for innovative housing solutions and the importance of diverse leadership in creating them. They issued a request for qualifications focused on acquiring vacant land bank properties for development, with an emphasis on engaging minority led firms. The barriers were significant: access to capital, navigating Byzantine procurement processes, designing projects for special populations. But instead of maintaining these obstacles, the city provided pre proposal meetings and webinars, educating applicants about funding sources available specifically for non traditional developers. They offered technical assistance throughout the application process. The result: several Black owned firms successfully acquired land parcels and launched developments designed as supportive living environments. These projects have increased affordable housing units while demonstrating scalable models that other cities are now studying. This example shows us something powerful. When systems change to become more inclusive, everyone benefits. The developers build profitable businesses. Vulnerable residents find homes. Communities see vacant properties transformed into vibrant spaces. City governments address pressing social needs without bearing the full financial burden. Or look at what happened in Canyon County. where innovative zoning changes open doors for multi unit shared residential developments targeting underserved demographics. Traditional zoning often excluded non nuclear family households or group living arrangements needed by vulnerable groups. But county leaders worked with applicants, including several Black led nonprofits, to navigate complex administrative divisions and zoning appeals. Several pilot projects received approval under new guidelines permitting larger lots dedicated exclusively as group living facilities. These efforts were driven by local advocates who recognized both the moral obligation and economic opportunity inherent in meeting unmet social needs through real estate innovation. These stories illuminate a path forward that Nicole Williams has been blazing: purposeful entrepreneurship that transforms lives, not just bank accounts, but entire communities too. Now, I can almost hear what some of you are thinking. This sounds great in theory, but can it really work for me? Let me be clear about something. The barriers to entry in real estate are real, especially for Black women and other marginalized groups. Discrimination in lending persists. Networks of privilege remain exclusive. But Nicole's approach offers a powerful workaround, a way to begin building wealth and serving communities even without substantial personal capital. The key lies in creative financing strategies and strategic partnerships. Nicole didn't wait until she had perfect circumstances. She started with what she had: a vision and determination, and found ways to acquire properties without depleting her own resources. She partnered with local organizations serving veterans and adults with disabilities, creating win win arrangements where these organizations referred clients who needed housing, ensuring steady occupancy for her properties. She leveraged various financing tools designed specifically for projects with social impact components. And perhaps most importantly, she sought mentorship from those who had already succeeded with similar models. This is crucial. Learning from those who have already walked the path can save you years of costly trial and error. This brings me to another vital insight from Nicole's journey. Scaling with mentorship unlocks seven-figure potential. Growth becomes attainable when you pair education with action. Learning how to scale your real estate ventures under experienced guidance allows you to achieve financial milestones while staying rooted in purpose. Nicole's approach has enabled dozens of new Black investors to enter the market confidently, scaling from one property to portfolios supporting diverse communities. Her model has influenced citywide discussions on affordable supportive housing solutions for underserved groups. What makes this particularly powerful for Black women is that it offers a path to wealth creation that aligns with values many of us hold dear: service, community, and creating opportunities for others. It's not about getting rich at any cost. It's about building sustainable prosperity while lifting others as you climb. The truth is, we need more Nicole Williamses in the world. We need more visionaries who see beyond traditional models of success to create businesses that address our most pressing social challenges. We need more Black women commanding their land, not just for personal gain, but for community transformation. And here's what's exciting: this model is replicable, it's scalable, it's adaptable to different markets and different needs. Whether you're in an urban center with abandoned properties or a suburban area with aging housing stock, opportunities exist to create shared housing solutions that generate both profit and social good. But it requires a shift in thinking. It requires us to see problems as opportunities. It requires us to believe that we can, yeah, build wealth while making a difference. It requires us to command our land with purpose and intention. So, what's your next step? If Nicole's journey resonates with you, I challenge you to identify one actionable step you can take this month toward commanding your own land. Perhaps it's researching creative financing options. Maybe it's connecting with mentors already succeeding in shared housing development, or it could be volunteering time or resources at organizations bridging gaps for our most vulnerable neighbors. Whatever that step is, take it because the time is now. As Nicole's story shows us, you don't need to wait until conditions are perfect. You don't need to have all the answers before you begin. You just need to start with what you have, where you are, and be willing to learn and grow along the way. Remember this affirmation that Nicole shares with her mentees: I am worthy of abundance. My success creates pathways for others. As I command my land, I transform not just property, but possibilities. The journey of commanding your land isn't always easy. There will be obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But as Nicole Williams has shown us, when you align your business with service, using your gifts to uplift others while building generational wealth, you create something truly sustainable. Look around your community today. What vacant buildings sit waiting for transformation? What vulnerable populations struggle to find appropriate housing? What skills and connections do you already possess that could be leveraged to address these needs? These questions aren't just rhetorical, they're invitations to action. They're calling you to step into your power as a creator, a problem solver, a wealth builder, a community transformer. Because here's the truth that changes everything. The problems we face in housing, in community development, in creating pathways to prosperity, they aren't just challenges to overcome, they're opportunities to seize. They're invitations to command your land. When we refuse to accept that that's just how things are, when we reject the notion that profit and purpose must be separate pursuits, when we embrace our power to transform spaces and lives simultaneously, that's when we truly begin to command our land. So I leave you with this challenge. Stop waiting for someone else to fix what's broken in your community. Stop believing that you need millions in the bank before you can make an impact. Stop separating your desire for financial freedom from your passion for meaningful change. Instead, follow Nicole's example. Start with what you have. Learn from those who've gone before. Partner with those who share your vision and step boldly into your power to command your land, not just for yourself, but for generations to come. Because when we command our land and with purpose and intention, we don't just change our financial futures, we change the landscape of possibility for everyone around us. And that, my friends, is a legacy worth building.